Welcome back, Devil Dog Fishing. Except for this Devil Dog ain't doing no fishing today. So, I was hoping that today would be at this point in time kind of going over what I did right, what I did wrong, if I did bad, did I did good on a tournament. But when you own a boat, you never know what the heck is going to happen. So, got out there this morning, went and got my boat. Took the cover off and everything. I'm looking down and I see the lights are on. See the lights are on to the bank charger and everything, but I don't know, something's in my head like, because last night I'm like, I should just co-angle. I like co-angling too, but my goal this year was to do this series or a couple of these tournaments with my boat to get me kind of going and used to it, break it in, because this is a series we want to do it. But get to Leesylvania, and I got my boat all prepped. Usually I take it to the docks and I usually do everything there, but I couldn't sleep, so I got to the storage place real early, so I got my boat prepped this way at light, back it in, tie it up, park the car, boom, across the river. So I get out of the car and I'm getting ready to go take the transom saver off, hit the switch, and the engine ain't going up, the tilt ain't going up. I'm like, alright. I'm like, the lights are on and everything, so let me go see if the auxiliary power is on. I'm like, wait, I don't need any of that. The trim should work all the time, no matter what. So, got the key, couldn't get the engine turned over or anything. So, I was pissed, but I just kind of sit there. It's 4:30 in the morning, and you're kind of in a zombie land. So, there wasn't much I could do. Check the terminals. I'm not, And even if I could, it's 4:30. It's actually, it's 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:15. Even if I could figure it out, nothing's open to buy anything. So I packed her up. I went home, crashed out just kind of ruined my day. Kind of, I was discombobulated after that. Plus, I'm like, okay, I got to take the boat in tomorrow. So going into every year, or when you get into tournament fishing for the first time, and you kind of you think you want to do it, you got to have everything in life is goals, but I think you got to set not only some goals but some expectations. Last year, when I started doing tournaments, there was only 3 things I wanted to get out of it last year. None of it was from a competitive balance. Did not care about winning, wasn't worried about winning or coming in first or anything like that. The things I wanted from last year were, 1, I wanted to ride as many boats as possible to kind of figure out what kind of boat I wanted, what size boat I wanted, what engine I wanted, and all of that. Some of the boats I were on, they were gorgeous. There was no way in hell I was going to get some of these boats that these guys had. But it did help me kind of figure out what I was looking for. And even though I bought the boat, and I'll do an episode on that, there's some things that I wish I had probably known, or at least kind of understood first. I wanted to learn the body of water. I wanted to go out, see what the Potomac's like, and after about the first or second time out, I realized I actually knew it just from being out on the water all the time in high school with Tommy and Matt, doing water skiing and all that with them, going out after school. They just came in through the Occoquan, so once I got my bearings, I kind of figured that was the easy part. I also, as stubborn as I am and pig-headed and some people would say boisterous, I actually was pretty humble, just wanted to learn. I knew that I was not going to be able to fish like some of these guys, and it was just a matter of going and watching. So last year I took the approach of I'm paying 120 bucks for a guided tour on a boat for an education. And I had the opportunity to win money, but that's all I really worried about. This year, my goals were, I wanted to fish Lake Anna, which I have, but it's in the winter. I need to get down there soon, and I was thinking next week, but now that the boat, I gotta take the boat in, see what's da-da-da-da-da. But the open series was for me to fish co-angle and kind of see where I was from last year to where I am now. The American Fishing Tour, which was today, I wanted to co-angle a few events, but I also wanted to drive my own boat just to kind of get used to it, get the feel of it. I can do it with other people on it. I've taken other people out, but not in a tournament setting, not with somebody, a stranger that I got to deal with. And for y'all that know me, you know, I don't shut my mouth. Somebody says something, you know, they need to make a filter for Italians. I don't, you know, that I don't think that's ever going to happen. But and that obviously kind of went out the window today. So now I got to kind of adjust. Then it's going to be, and we're getting into that time period where after May, there's a tournament in June or two, and then a lot of these places shut down till mid-July, late July. It's kind of like the all-star break or whatever. But I'm going to have to find all sorts of ones. But so today I just did not get to achieve the goal, one of my first goals that I wanted to from that I set going into this year. We'll see what happens on the 20th. I believe it's the 20th June. It's 2 weeks from now, whenever that is in June. And then they got a back-to-back, which we'll see how that happens. So today didn't turn out the way I wanted it. Obviously, I didn't get to throw any. I didn't get to throw anything into the water. I'll end up taking the boat, pick her up. I came back out to the boat. Obviously, that's where I am at now, because at 4 o'clock in the morning, I didn't think of everything I wanted to, but I wanted to come back out. I wanted to try the trolling motor, and the trolling motor's working. It's got power to it. The charger still says it's charged, so I got a battery tester. The problem is I got to take all the things off the terminal because it's got all these switches. Otherwise, it does a misreading. So if it's just draining that one battery, I'll get a new battery, and then I'm gonna probably have to get because this is the second time this has happened. I don't understand why. The first time I get why, because it wasn't plugged in. The wind blew it out, so this thing sat for a month and a half with it not being plugged in. But this has been plugged in right now. It shows power to it, so have to get a battery switch and just make sure everything is kapoof when I do get out of the water. You know, it's funny, people are like, I want to get a boat, and then I'll have to deal with this co-angling thing. No, you don't, but you got to deal with twice as many different problems. So it is what it is. So we'll figure it out. If the boat is out of commission for a week or two, then maybe we hit the Shenandoah. I got the GoPro, it can get wet, and kind of play it by ear. So that's the way American Bass Anglers, American Fishing Tour went today for me. It didn't go at all. Hopefully Tony did well, and if you guys like this, check out Tony Kozar, T Kozar Fishing in the Barn. He's a cool dude. I like his stuff too. But until the next time, I'll get something out later this week. Semper Fi, do or die. Oh!